welcome to Kate Lorel. So today we're going to be doing a little bit different video. We're going to talk about how I found my confidence. It's always a hard topic because, it usually with body image, you have to deal with basically social media and just basically everybody's opinion on you. And it can be hard because you read magazines, well, I did when I was a kid, videos, YouTube videos, everything, and you have this perfect idea of what you think looks good or what everyone else thinks look good, and sometimes you look at your own self and you're like, do I fit? Do I fit? But basically I'm going to tell you how I fit into this world. So I was born in a small town in Canada, Ontario, and people around me, typically the body was, pretty slim. A lot of people were tall and, they didn't have that many curves. I wouldn't say that the typical body was, a kind of a pear-shaped type of body. So with my body, I have basically no chest, and then all my weight is in my butt or my thighs, and yeah, I would look around and I wouldn't see that type of body. So, sometimes I'd be like, do I kind of like fit in? I was in, I think, basically I was skinny all the way up until I was, I think, a grade 6, 7. Then I started to notice my body changing. I was just as, I was the same as every other kid. I ran around. I loved sports, and I thought I ate just as much as basically anyone. First time I ever thought about weight was when I was, I think, in probably the end of grade 6 or something like that. I remember the girls in my class, they were talking about weight. They were saying how they were, I remember it being, I think, 70 pounds or they were 60 pounds. And I was like, wow, I'm like 80 pounds. And I know that was only it wasn't that different. And I don't remember exactly what grade that was in, but that was the grade I noticed that like I was a little different than everyone else. Grade 8, I remember I wasn't so happy with my body. I didn't really feel like I fit in. I had more weight like in my stomach, and then yeah, I started to gain a lot of weight in like my hips and everything like that. Then now we go into high school, and the first year, grade 9, I didn't know anybody. I had no friends. I didn't know any single body, and I always had like a small group of friends in high school. In grade 9, I felt like I was just too big, and I thought I was eating just like everyone else, you know what I mean? Except my body was definitely carrying it in a different way, and I started to gain a lot more than the average kid that I saw. Everyone else was pretty tall, small, slender, and I was just grown. So I think summer of grade 9, I started to lose so much weight, and it was to the point where it was unhealthy. I lost around 40 pounds in a month, and in 2 months I lost like 50 pounds, and it was terrible. My body, my face started to just like shrink up and shrivels down to nothing, and I have cheeks. I got cheekbones. So for me, that was definitely different, and people saw that. They're like, are you okay, girl? I exercised like crazy. I would work out 24/7. I remember running an hour and a half every day, in the morning, night, blah, 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 blah. And then even in high school, I tried to keep it up. It was so much work. I didn't even hang out with my friends at lunch. I worked out because I was like, you know what? I gotta lose weight. I gotta keep this weight off. It was really hard to keep that weight off because I basically had to eat under 900 calories and exercise 24/7. Like what I'm telling you, 24/7, 24/7. And it just wasn't, it wasn't good. It was in a really bad state. I even lost my period for 9 months. And that's when you know your body's like, no, this is not okay. Especially since I was a regular person. Like I always had my period. you know, so I knew I had to make changes slowly, and slowly I kind of did gain it back. I started eating normal, and I would gain like 10 pounds in a week. It was just crazy. I gained it basically all back. Now coming into college, like my body changed at that point. Basically, as I started to gain it back, I did go into my hip side booty, and you know, I wasn't so mad at it. And I started to, you know, appreciate my body a little bit more. And in college, I still worked out and everything. I still tried to be in shape, but it was so hard for me to lose weight. I was like, I don't know. This is my body. It's not changing. I don't know why I can't lose weight. It was so frustrating for me. College, so I didn't see, you know, the shape like mine. I don't know, I always felt like the guys wanted the women, like, right? So I still kind of didn't feel like that fit in. But it wasn't until I moved to Toronto that my confidence was like thriving, because I saw different people that looked like me. I saw colors, like everybody. Toronto's the most diverse city in the world. It has every skin color you can imagine, and I actually was the minority there. So for me, going there, I started to get attention, and I know that's not the best way to build up confidence, but I felt like I would walk down the street and I'd have guys go, girl, you look good, you know. And then I started to realize that, wow, guys do like this body, you know what I'm saying? That's when I noticed, like, yeah, I might have started from seeing other bodies that looked like mine and maybe getting the attention, but I eventually started to grab onto that and make it my own. I made that confidence my own. I didn't just have it from others. I learned that it's not just on the outside, it's the inside. Once I started building up my character and who I was, and that I didn't find worthy in my body, I found it from God. I found that I was starting to be way more confident. I wasn't worried about if I gained an extra 10 pounds or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I love my body now, and I will shout it to the rooftops that I love my body, because you need to accept your body. Yeah, you might not love every little inch of it, and you definitely would probably want to fix things, but that's just everything in life. You're not going to be happy all the time, and you're not going to ever be perfect, you know what I mean? We're striving to be better, but that perfect body does not exist. And that's when I just looked at my body every single day, looked in the mirror, would take off my clothes, and I would look at my body and say, dang girl, you look good. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. You want to look at your body every day in the mirror and say, you're worthy and you look dang good. And nobody, no girl, no guy, nobody will tell you any different. And the funny thing was, I usually didn't have, you know, if I did feel like insecure, it wasn't from men, it was actually from women. You used to be smaller, like what happened? Like stuff like that. Like, what do you mean what happened? Girl, my body's perfect. Like, tell me, okay? It looks good to me, and that's all that matters. And women would look at you, you know, kind of give you that look like you didn't look a certain way, or you didn't look the part, or anything. And that's the funny thing, is women should be like thriving. We should be lifting each other up, not giving someone the eye like they aren't worth it, or they don't look as good as you, or whatever, right? There is no standard, okay? There's not one body that, you know, looks great and one body that doesn't, you know what I'm saying? No, nah honey, okay? We all look beautiful, and I think that's what has to be said. We need to find that confidence on the inside and out, because it all starts within, but if you can't love also your outside appearance, it's gonna affect your inside character, you know what I mean? It's going to affect you on so many ways. You're not gonna feel good walking out the door, and you need to feel good. And bullies people that put you down, you need to cut them out. It doesn't matter what they have to say. It matters what you think of yourself, and you got a both. And I know that he loves you, and you're wonderfully and perfectly made. Hallelujah. So, yeah, so it basically was all those things that made this confidence. And now I am married to a beautiful man of God, and he loves me from the inside out, and that's what it's all about. Look at my little dog right here. Hey! Hey! She's such a cutie. And the thing is also, this right here, she'll love you no matter what. No matter what you look like. Confidence is so important because it's going to make you thrive in every single area of your life. Yeah, so that's why I'm actually on this platform, and I like to share, you know, fashion videos. I've learned to accept my body and go through life, and no matter what size you are, accept your body, because that's what you are, that's what you look like right now, and learn to be confident. You know, like I said, it's okay to want to fix things, obviously, but learning to accept the state you are now, that's what it's all about. Because I'm not gonna say, oh, one day I'll be 10 pounds lighter and then I'll finally put on clothes and go out into the world. No. Okay, I'm gonna go out right now, and I'm gonna be confident, and I'm gonna love myself. Love myself. I have my man, and he loves me. So if you think, oh, I look like this and I won't be able to find a partner, or I won't find someone that I'm attracted to that likes me for who I am, no. Okay? Because there's someone out there for you, and they're gonna love you. All love you. Okay? You better know that. So thank you for watching my videos. Yeah, stay tuned for lots of content, and just tell me how you feel, like maybe your journey that you've been on, your struggles, and other videos that you'd like to see from me. Yes. Peace out, boys and Girl Scouts. Bye, y'all.